Picture this. You're 18 years old. You can do things like vote in a federal election, join the military, sign a lease, and even get married. But according to U.S. law, you still can't legally buy a beer. Everyone in this room is 18 or older. We're all considered legal adults. We're in college, managing jobs, rent, and a lot of other responsibilities. We're trusted to make big decisions, ones that shape our future and impact those people around us. But somehow, we're still not trusted to make our own decisions about alcohol. Today, I want to persuade you all that the drinking age in the United States should be lowered to 18. This change is necessary because 18-year-olds are already legal adults. Lowering the drinking age could actually lead to safer drinking habits, and most importantly, it would make our laws more fair and consistent. Let's start off with the basics. At 18, you're an adult. You can vote, sign contracts, get married, serve in the military, and even be tried as an adult in court. Yet, when it comes to alcohol, we're told we're not mature enough. According to legal scholar Shayna Herzig, who wrote about this in a 2020 legal review, this is a clear double standard. She points out that it makes no sense to give someone the authority to join the military and possibly die for their country, but deny them the right to legally have a drink. If we're old enough to make serious decisions, we should be trusted with all adult rights and not just some of them. But beyond fairness, keeping the drinking age at 21 doesn't prevent underage drinking. It just makes it more dangerous. Underage drinking happens, especially on college campuses like this one, but because it's illegal, it's often pushed into unsupervised spaces like dorm rooms, house parties, or cars. In these environments, people are more likely to binge drink, take risks, and avoid calling for help when needed. And here's something that's especially relevant to our age group: the use of fake IDs. This guy could be anyone, and let's be honest, we all probably know someone that's used a fake ID. And the reason is simple. The drinking age creates a barrier that a lot of 18 to 20-year-olds want to find a way around. If the drinking age were to be lowered to 18, the need for fake IDs would drop significantly. That means that fewer teens would get into legal trouble for possession of false identification, and then fewer of them would also take less risks just to be part of a normal social experience. It also removes the power dynamic that sometimes exists between older friends or sketchy strangers who buy alcohol for younger students. Ruth Engs, a public professor who's researched international alcohol policies, found that countries with lower drinking ages like Germany or Italy tend to have fewer alcohol-related incidents because people are taught how to drink responsibly earlier in life. And journalist Gabrielle Glazer, who wrote for the New York Times, argues that the U.S. could reduce binge drinking culture by lowering the age and pairing it with alcohol education and better law enforcement. In short, making it legal makes it safer. So not only would lowering the drinking age reduce behavior, but it would also clear up a big inconsistency in how we defined adulthood in the U.S. In most aspects of life, turning 18 marks the beginning of adulthood. Again, you can live on your own, pay taxes, go to war, and be held legally accountable in court. But for some reason, the law still doesn't trust you to drink responsibly until you're 21. That inconsistency creates confusion and inequality. Imagine two college students, one is 20, and the other just turned 21. They live in the same dorm, take the same classes, and have the same exact responsibilities. But if they have a drink at the same party, one of them is breaking the law and the other isn't. Same environment, same everything, but completely different legal consequences. That kind of inconsistency doesn't make sense and doesn't reflect how adulthood actually works. Aligning the drinking age with other legal milestones would get rid of that contradiction and would help send a message that we trust young adults to be responsible, not just with voting and military service, but with alcohol too. So to wrap up, the drinking age should be lowered to 18 because we're already legal adults, because it would reduce unsafe behaviors and the use of fake IDs, and because it would create a more consistent and fair legal system. It's not about encouraging people to drink, it's simply about trusting young adults to make their own choices. It's about keeping people safe, removing unnecessary risks, and treating 18-year-olds like the adults that they already are. So here's what I want you all to consider. If 18-year-olds are trusted to make serious adult decisions, they should also be trusted to make responsible choices about alcohol. Lowering the drinking age wouldn't solve everything, but it would reflect the reality that we're already living, and it would help keep young people safer in the process. Thank you.